Afternoon, school. Welcome to week 4. I hope you're having fun in your bubble, though as much fun as you can while we're stuck at home. I'll hand you over to Israel for our school karakia.
Toru, wha. Whakataka ki te uru, whakataka ki te taonga. Kia mākina kina ki isa, kia mātaratara ki tai. E hia ki ana te atakura, e tio, e huka, he hauhu, ti hei mauri ora.
Awesome. Thanks, Israel, and thank you, Taya, for your introduction today. Look, it's lovely to have you all here, and we've also got 2 other special guests with us at today's assembly. We've got Jaden and Lily, our school sports captains, and they're going to set you up with a little bit of a challenge soon, which is very exciting. So this last week at school has been a little bit different because we opened up a bubble. We've had 7 children who have been attending school at school, and I want to say a really big thank you to Miss Curran and to Mr. Leonard, who have been at school looking after those 7 children that were unable to stay at home. But the rest of you have been out there at home and you've been focusing on your learning, and it's been great to see everything firing through on Seesaw. It's so cool to see how creative you can be. There are so many neat videos and digital presentations. It's really hard for me to choose what to share each time we have an assembly. And there's been some really neat examples of innovation going on as well. I might share something along those lines a little bit later on. But for now, I'm going to hand you over to our friendly faces of Jaden and Lily, who are going to share with you a little bit of a challenge they've come out with, and hopefully we'll get some house spirit going while we're all at home working hard in our bubble. So over to you, Jaden and Lily.
Hi school, it's Jaden Parker here and Liliani, your 2020 amazing sports captains. Today we've checked in to see how everyone is going and surviving this time of COVID-19.
We've got a cool challenge for all pupils at Tamati Intermediate to keep fit and healthy. The challenge will be a house challenge, and we would like you to wear your house colours so that the points will be awarded to your house.
The challenge is to do a workout based on your name. We want you to make a video based on the letters of your name and the actions listed on the activity sheet for each of the letters of your name.
I can tell you now that the activity for letter A is 10 sit-ups. Send your video to jadenparker.19@mylearning.school.nz this Thursday by 5 p.m. and the winner will receive a $50 voucher, which will be given later at the school assembly.
Check out our example on the video of us doing our name workout. You can go at any pace you want. If you have any further questions about how to do it, email us.
That's really cool, guys. Thank you so much for sharing that challenge, and it will be good to get some house spirit going on from everybody's bubbles. Great to see our house colours and maybe even a bit of inclusion of some of our house chants if you can remember them. So thanks, Lily, and thanks, Jaden. It's been lovely to have you here at our assembly today. Something that I want to talk about to our whole school and to our community is hauora, because it's really important while we're all at home in our bubbles, and we were just talking before we started recording about how much we're missing our friends and missing each other. So it's really important to look at hauora and our well-being. Guys, I'm wondering if you have any tips for us on how you keep your hauora and your well-being during lockdown. Taya, what's your tip?
Well, my tip is to still, even though we're still at home all day, make sure you get enough sleep, because we've still got to get up at 10 o'clock for our Zoom meetings and we've got to do some work.
Yeah, that's a great tip, and it really does make a difference, doesn't it, getting a good night's sleep. How about you, Jaden? What do you do? You might just need to pop your microphone on there, Jaden.
Make sure you have a strong mindset to the day ahead of you.
Yeah, great. That's a really good idea. Like thinking positive and having that real positive mindset. It's really important, isn't it? And what about you, Lily?
Make sure you're going out to get some exercise and fresh air at least once a day.
Yeah, it's amazing how good it feels. What have you been doing for exercise and fresh air?
I've been going for runs, bike rides, and just walking with my family.
Yeah, nice. How about you, Izzy? Do you want to turn your microphone on and tell us about your tip?
Yep, my tip is, if you aren't feeling your absolute best, go outside, rest under the sun and refresh yourself with some vitamin D. It's always important to get that outside feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been really lucky with that sunshine, haven't we? It's been just beautiful. Yeah,
Beautiful.
great tips from you guys there. Now, Attitude have put together a bit of a video on hauora and well-being that I thought I would share with the school. So I'm going to put that on for you now.
Kia ora. Hey, my name is Brayden. I'm a part of the Attitude team. And what I've noticed recently is a whole lot of people are keeping healthy. You know, they're washing their hands, they're staying inside. My brother the other day, he even had a shower. Like, people are looking after themselves. But being healthy, it's not just those sorts of things. In fact, being healthy is looking after your whole hauora. That's what we call it in New Zealand. It's your well-being, your physical, your mental, your social, your spiritual. In fact, I wanted to call up some of my mates and see if they had some advice on how you can look after your hauora.
Hey guys, my tip to look after your body is simply to recharge. And there's so many different ways you can do the same. Eat good food, drink lots of water, go and stand next to a 5G tower. I think the most underrated way is to get good sleep. And I learned this the hard way. I remember one time we had a sports tournament over the weekend. The Saturday, I killed it. I played really well. I got home that night, and instead of sleeping, I got caught in watching random videos online. And I was watching some random stuff, man. I went from watching ASMR videos to TikTok tutorials to natives creating this massive pool with a single stick. So the second day came around, and my body was in shutdown mode. I was slow, I was sluggish. Everyone was running past me, including the moms on the side. It was embarrassing. And I would have done way better if I let my body recharge that night by getting some rest. Which was dumb, because the entire time I was using my phone all night, I was plugged in, charging all night, when I should have been doing that for my body. So my tip is this: if you have to recharge your phone, then you have to recharge your body too.
Shot Alenzo, yeah, recharging our phone isn't the only thing we need to recharge, right? In fact, what's one way that you can make sure that you have a better sleep tonight? And while you think about that, we're going to give my boy Rory a call.
Thanks, man. I think especially now it can feel like every day is the same, but it doesn't have to be that way if you have some purpose. Before I worked for Attitude, I was actually a scientist, like a proper one as well. I'm talking lab coat, lab glasses, and I was correcting flaws in the MCU logic. It's really what I thought I wanted as well. But looking back on it, I think the only reason why I picked it was because it was a safe option. All I really remember from my time there was just looking forward to going home. I just felt empty, like I didn't have a purpose. I had to quit. Otherwise I was going to turn out to be the next Walter White. And so I'd been youth working the entire same time. I really enjoyed that. And so I applied for a job at Attitude and got it. And I love working for Attitude now because every single day I get the opportunity to help someone who's going through the same stuff that I was when I was at high school. Look, if you're feeling a bit lost right now, like you don't have a purpose, I need you to know you're not going to find it in the stuff that you're doing, but the reason why you're doing it.
Thanks, Rory. That's how we look after our taha wainoa, our spiritual well-being. And hopefully this video has been helpful for you looking after your hauora while you're locked down. But we're going to have more videos like this that will be helpful. And one way that you can support us at Attitude is by subscribing, liking, and hitting that bell button. I feel like a YouTuber. Next thing you know, I'll be Logan Paul. All right. Cheers from the Attitude team. We'll catch you later. See you.
I really like that video because I think well-being and hauora, it's something that we need to work on, and it's not just something that happens. So we have to make an effort, and we especially have to make an effort at the moment while we're all at home in our bubbles, looking after ourselves and looking after the people that we care about. Now, over the last week, I have seen some really cool innovation, and I've got Taya here. Hi, Taya, who shared something on Facebook that was so neat. Not Facebook, sorry, Seesaw. It was so neat, and I would love to share that with you. So I'm going to bring it up now. Tell us about what you did, Taya.
So, some of you may know we were doing a food truck activity, and I wanted my dessert truck theme is a dessert food truck. I kind of explained this in the video, but I looked up some dessert ideas I could do, and I came up with one of my main ones being a cotton candy and ice cream burrito. But we couldn't go out and buy candy floss, so I had to make a candy floss machine with the stuff we had at home.
Cool. So check out Taya's really cool use of at-home stuff. She's innovated to make something pretty neat.
For our food truck activity that we're doing, I decided to make a dessert-themed food truck. So I researched some desserts that I could put in, and found a candy floss and ice cream burrito, and I wanted to recreate it. So we couldn't go out and buy candy floss because of the lockdown, so I decided to make our own candy floss machine. So first thing we did is we drilled some holes in this jam jar so the candy floss can come out, and we attached it to this drill, and this milk bottle covering is so all the candy floss doesn't come and spurt up onto the drill and ruin it. And then what we do is we put it down, rest it on the can, pour the candy floss in, and go.
At this point, the audio cut out, so this is just me making our first batch. 3 parts sugar, 1 part water, and you bring it onto a boil. You need to make sure that it's 160 degrees. We did not have a thermometer, so we just improvised, and it actually turned out pretty well. This is us pouring it in. The drill is on and trying very hard not to burn my thumbs. We actually ended up putting it on for a little bit longer to get it a bit more, and you can starting to see the candy floss forming, but I obviously poured it in a little bit too fast, so it just weighed down and evaporated a little bit. Intense concentration. It actually ended up sticking to the bottom of the container a bit, so this one didn't quite work out. We decided to try again with some colour, so we just did the same thing and just left it, made a bit more this time. We actually put baking paper on the bottom of the container this time because last time it just stuck to the bottom of the container, and this time we could actually get some more candy floss from it. You can see it starting to form there. it went a bit more wet than we would have liked, but it's still candy floss. We put it, they kind of look like green strips of bacon. So we put the ice cream in, put some of one of our previous tries in, and we rolled it up. It's a bit messy, but it tasted very good, and I think it was worth it.
That was really neat, Taya, and it sure did look delicious. Hey, that's bringing us to the end of our assembly for today. So if you guys want to take your microphones off and say goodbye to everyone, we're going to leave you all with a video on kindness, a little animation that Molly Thorogood put together. And we're going to leave you with that. I know the Prime Minister's been talking a lot about being kind, and I thought Molly's video was just perfect to end our assembly on today. So we'll see you later, guys. Thanks for coming today.
No problem.
Have a good week. See you.